Okay, ladies, are we going to do the hexagram today? So we can explain to the folks why the sun sometimes looks hexagonal? No? Come on, grandmamas, cooperate. Doing it? Doing it? Okay, let's not keep looking directly at the sun too long. People have asked me why in a number of my photos and videos we see the sun looking hexagonal. I'll link to a video in which it's very, very clear. So please God, I'll try to explain. First of all, the Star of David, which is also the shield of Shlomo, is a six-sided star. Why is that? Because there are six mothers of Israel, right? Sarah, Rivka, Leah, Rachel, Zilpah, Uvilha, right? So we have six mothers of Israel. That is why there are six pointed stars. However, it's very, very important to understand that everything that is generated by those six mothers culminates from one origin, and that is Sarah herself. Now, Sarah obviously resolves into Hashem, but we're talking about the level of creation now. We're not talking about God, we're talking about the level of creation. The value of the Hebrew word Hashemesh, which means the sun, is 645, which is also Pnei Sarah, Sarah's face, and it's also Einei Sarah, which is Sarah's eyes. The light coming from the sun is the physical expression of Sarah's wisdom. All of the wisdom that we are able to acquire in the physical world is coming from the source of her wisdom. The heat from the sun is the expression of Sarah's love. And of course, we need that warmth in order to be able to exist, to function, to move, and so forth and so on. So what Sarah is the ultimate ontological principle. There are people who think that she is a person and that Avraham was her husband. In fact, Avraham, which equals 808 together, is also the word rechem, which is womb. And it is also the expression bara Adam, creates man. Everything that we read that Hashem says to Avraham is the wisdom that is used to make Sarah pregnant. Torah, which is 611, is at hara, you are pregnant. Sarah was barren, and that which Hashem related to her womb is what impregnates her. It's an ongoing process. It's not a one-time thing. This is an ongoing process. That which she gives birth to is the creation. Okay? Now, the word Shemesh, which is sun, can also be punctuated a little differently, and then it becomes Shamash. Yes? Shamash is the light in the middle of the candelabrum with which the other lights of the candelabrum, the menorah, are lit. Yeah. HaMenorah is sometimes spelled without a vav. HaMenorah, that becomes the letter, that is 300, that becomes the letter Shein in Shamash, in Shemesh, and even in the name Sarah itself. So she is the light of the world. Her impregnation is that which brings the creation into existence. Sarah's being was mixed up with the figure Miriam by the Christians. Actually, what's being taught is the Immaculate Conception of Sarah, in which she understands God's will perfectly and translates God's will into the creation. That is what's being talked about. Now, one of the important principles that the rabbis do teach properly, thank God, is that the daughter is always identical to the mother. Which means that within every female, every daughter of Sarah, there is the same creative potential. That's one of the things that the rabbis don't want Jewish women to know. If we learn Torah correctly, each and every Jewish woman can become pregnant on the level of Sarah and give birth to worlds, preferably worlds of peace. If we don't want to create worlds of peace, we can create worlds of chaos, but then we don't get to know the inner workings of Torah. We have one of two choices. Either we get all of the power and we have all of the wisdom of how to create, in which case God trusts us to create peace, or the real truth of Torah is hidden from us, and then we walk around with a shmata on our heads, or a wig that we bought from some store and cover our heads because we don't even begin to understand who we are. Thank you for listening.